Hey, what's up YouTube? Mike from Mass here, Mass Aquariums, and I will try to get a close-up, but that female guppy in my nano busted. I don't know when, probably yesterday or last night, but there is babies, and I will try to get as close as possible, or try to focus in on some of them. Very tough. Can see them at the top of the screen. I know it's tough. They're really like almost clear. See if that helps at all. Can kind of see them. But as far as I can see, there was 9 or 10 of them. It's really tough to find them. You know, this is only an 8-gallon tank, and it's, you know, covered with foliage, plants, carpeting like crazy. Had to trim the Ludwigia and, you know, put some over here. Here, those are good. You can see them kind of messing around down here. There's one. Very tough to pick up on this camera. But if you can't see them, they're in here. The endler guppies are absolutely gorgeous. I was talking to my buddy Mo, how you always think maybe they're beginner fish, but you watch Glenn Hawkins' channel, and you know, he's a guppy master, and you can get some super colorful guppies, which are really beautiful looking. So that's what I did. I put a couple in this tank.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Do you need advice on planted tanks? Do you need advice on community tanks? Do you need advice on cichlids? Do you need advice on discus? Do you need advice on saltwater tanks?
Well, get over to the IAA channel now! We can help you with planted tanks, saltwater tanks, community tanks, filtration, DIY, lighting, dosing, CO2, discus, angelfish, German blue rams, African cichlids, and any other community fish. Subscribe to the IAA channel today! Thank you, IAA!
Thanks, IAA! I still got CO2 running on this tank. Plenty of CO2 canisters from ST International. They sent me a ton. It's doing wonders for this tank. I do have a little blackbeard that has just come along. I'll get rid of that. Hey, there's a baby right on the blackbeard. But this tank has only been up for almost 8 weeks, and I literally just filled it with my other aquarium water and hooked up the filter, put in the dirt, and put in the plants all in about 2 days. Then I put the fish in about 3 days after I put the water in. So you can cycle a tank with fish, media, and water from your existing aquariums, and you don't have to wait like 8 weeks. I mean, this tank was up in 3 days. And I got the plants in the mail, planted them all in, and boom, 8 weeks later, not one fish has died. I got assassin snails in here, the microsorter's carpeting, and the Java moss is growing like crazy. I should probably get in there and trim it, but I kind of like the way it looks. And all the plants I continually have to just trim right off the top, you know, every other day, every 2 days. This looks like a lot of floating plants, but I literally scooped 3 or 4 giant handfuls out of here this morning and threw them away. I don't want to put them in my other tanks anymore. They just multiply too quick. And my local fish store doesn't need them because I bring handfuls, and everybody's got them in their tanks to bring. But that's it. A little update on the Nano. Still running the ST International CO2 canister. I've had this one for almost a month and it's still got plenty of pressure, so I've dialed it down to maybe 1 or 2 bubbles per second. It's not on a timer. This is my only tank that is not on a timer. I turn it on in the morning, turn it off when I get home from work, but it is what it is. I have the timer, I just haven't really hooked it up. And yeah, so guppy babies, all the fish are doing good. I do have to get in here and do a nice little water change and clean the glass a tiny bit, but these tiny little tanks with everything packed in them it's a very pain in the ass to clean. You just end up disrupting so much shit, so I keep postponing it. I do water changes, I just really haven't got in and cleaned the glass, which really looks pretty clear. There's nothing, you know, there's no brown algae or anything, which is nice. I did add this Whisper internal filter, but you can hang it on the back, because that Fluval just wasn't doing it. It was freaking noisy as all hell, always clogging up. This one is nice and back. You almost really can't see it. Once, like, you know, right over here, the plants grow in, this Java fern grows in, you won't even know that there's a filter in there. So, that's the update on my Nano. Big news coming to YouTube here. Me and a couple of other channels that I've become very good friends with are combining, if you haven't already heard, for one basic super channel for all things fish, and we're here to help you. It's called the IAA, and I will post a link to all my brothers down below. You can go check out their channels, and we haven't really set a date, but just stay tuned for the IAA. It's coming. It's going to be huge. I'm out.